that was my first foray into big real estate. Started with single family flips and then immediately, well, 3 years later, moved into this space that has been an absolute blast and I'm loving it. And so my first park actually bought a 77-acre safari and RV park in Jacksboro, Texas. So talk about learning. I literally bought a zoo.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is an investor in the Phoenix, Arizona area by way of Texas, and her company Glampher buys existing RV parks and adds glamping to them. Please welcome Amy Cooper. Amy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited.
I always like to start off at the top by asking folks how they got into real estate.
Yeah, well, short story is, and it's always very interesting because I watch a lot of podcasts and I love to hear stories. Mine's a little different in that I was always in a W-2 role that dealt with real estate. So for a very long time, even though I had an entrepreneurial spirit, I was W-2 employee. I was in the paint business, I was in construction, and all of those things were touching real estate, single family housing, multifamily housing, industrial warehouses. I held a job for a while that I was in charge of repainting property management buildings in Phoenix. So I would write a scope and get painters, big paint contractors to come to the job and give the owner or property manager an apples to apples bid. So I really was always touching, feeling real estate. And I had moved to Phoenix from Texas in 2000. So really saw the busy time of multifamily and the in its infancy stages. Even single family was huge back then
Yeah.
here. New builds, it was crazy. So I was always on the cusp of it and seeing all of that and was very interested in it, but knew I had to have the W-2. I had started a business here in Phoenix with my ex-husband. And when we split, I let him have the business and I decided I would just go back into the corporate world. So I was a single mom with a W-2, and that's what I needed to do to make things make sense. So fast forward to my daughter being in college, and I said to her, came to a conference with me, and I was a speaker at a conference, and we talked afterwards, and we were talking about where she was going to really focus her energies in school. She was getting a business degree. She wasn't really sure which way she wanted to go. And I told her, I said, for the next few years, if you can figure out what type of business you want, I'll come along beside you and help you build that business so you can have your own business and you won't be in a W-2, because I did not want that for her. She had an entrepreneurial spirit like myself, and I wanted to give her that leg up. My parents were W-2 employees. God love them.
Yeah.
They gave us an amazing foundation, but I wanted something different for her. So we had this conversation. She said, I'm really interested in real estate, but I don't know what that would look like.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So we joined a 3-day program and learned a lot about a lot of things, a little bit about a lot of things, right? The single family flips, the buy and holds, wholesaling, all of those different avenues. And we rolled out of that and started doing single family flips in Phoenix. Did really well for a few years. And then at the same time we were doing that, I was actually VP of business development for a multifamily firm that had wanted to go to third party management. So I was taking that offering to all of the owners and investors of multifamily here in Phoenix, which is a hotspot, has been a hotspot. So as I was doing all these single family flips for my side hustle, I was working with all of these groups and I was looking at LOIs and I was helping them when they had their signed PSA go into due diligence. And I was watching as their asset managers were going through all of the roles and all of the nuances of taking down a multifamily property. And something in my gut, even though it was the thing to do and everybody was doing it, I just didn't set for me. And so I had always been very intrigued in manufactured housing and RV parks. And the reason being, people pay you for dirt. They're
Right.
not calling you and saying, hey, my toilet's broken. Hey, what's happening with the security gate? Hey, what's this? What's that? And it was very intriguing to me. And just so had it, I was part of a group that one of the women in that group told me about a property she knew about in Texas, which was an hour outside of Dallas, Fort Worth, which is where I was from originally. Very comfort, like, oh, I knew the area. I knew about that area. And it was seller financing was available, which was another thing for me. Not being in this industry and getting my feet wet, I needed that
Yeah.
opportunity. So that was my first foray into big real estate. Started with single family flips and then immediately, 3 years later, moved into this space that has been an absolute blast and I'm loving it. And so my first park, I actually bought a 77-acre safari and RV park in Jacksboro, Texas. So talk about learning. I literally bought a zoo.
That sounds very high end.
Well, it's not high end. It's literally, so our safari is herd animals. It's not lions, tigers, and bears. We've got oryx and we have Jacob sheep and we've got some different types of deer. So there's different, there you have a fallow deer and a sika deer. But we've got a high fence, and so it's a sanctuary. We also have a 10-acre fishing lake. And so it's a great place for people to come and visit. And some people, we do have a long-term component at that park, and they love it because these freely ranging herd animals just roam around. We've got 20 black buck antelope, which are amazing animals to watch as well. We have babies all the time. We have people fishing. They come in. The people that live there will go and fish in the evenings, and then the people that come to visit just love it because it's just this peaceful little place, and they love it. And it's been something that I've cut my teeth on. It's been very interesting. So.
I gotta get myself an RV, but I know that it's interesting because RV is now this very flex space because you have a lot of people who are using it as luxury, high end, a getaway, but also a getaway maybe to the wilderness. But then on the other hand, you have people who are using it as their housing as maybe a digital nomad or as really just an affordable way to live.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
It is, and that's one of the things that I've recognized as I've gotten more involved in the industry. Originally I thought, oh, it's for the retired couple that wants to go see the country. And to your point, after 2020, we've got tons of people that are digital nomads. We have a lot of people that even prior to 2020 have started homeschooling their children, and they'll do it for 3 to 4 years where they'll just take their young kids out on the road and experience life, experience all the different places. And it's amazing how many different RV park models there are. You have some
Yeah.
like my park in Texas that's very out in the country, and then you have some that are in the cities that are at least peripherally that are very high end and very tech. And so it's been really fun to learn and really understand, okay, this is a true business. One of the things that has been amazing for me is I found a partner through an RV park mastermind who also had her first parks and was learning, and we joined forces and we created Glampher. And the reason we did that was because my business partner is able to find parks. She has an acquisitions model that is great. I was raising capital, so we came together. She's like, I have plenty of parks. I'm like, I have plenty of money. Let's figure this out. And so it's been a great partnership to come together and find these parks. And we're buying from mom and pops, and it's really nice when you can go in and somebody's taken really good care. Some of them haven't taken as good care of, or there's been an illness, or there's a reason that they aren't able to perform anymore on the asset, so they need to get rid of it. And then we're able to talk to them. Most of the time, we're getting seller financing, which is amazing because, again, that leverage really helps us. And then we come in and upscale the amenities, and we either add sites for RVs, but we always add glamping. So we're always looking for a park that we have space to grow. Our most recent acquisition is in Arkansas. It's Beaver Lake, Arkansas, just outside of Rogers. Some of the best mountain biking in the country, second in the nation. Absolutely phenomenal mountain biking there. And we're right on the lake. We have 26 acres and we've got 10 boat slips. And so we have this amazing primitive camping area that we're adding A-frames and tree houses and all of these different nuances where they're not even
Arkansas
really
has a
close.
lot of that. I see that on when I was living in North Dallas. I saw that on Airbnb. They had a lot of tree houses, a lot of glamping. I
Yes.
said, "Wow, is this the number one state in the country for glam?" It might be. It might be.
It's amazing what glamping has become. There are so many components. You can have canvas, you can have A-frames, you can have tree houses, yurts, covered wagons. I mean, you name it, it's out there. And it's been so fun to look at properties and come up with a vision. Where are we going to place this? What goes here? And so we don't necessarily go in and put this same unit, same glamping unit at every park. We really do get a feel for that park, what the guest, you know, demographic is going to be and what that's really going to look like for people. So it's been really fun to do. Really,
I
really
want to
exciting.
I want to ask you about managing these parks. I think one of the interesting things about RV parks that I've heard a couple times now is that people are going there, they're in a leisurely mood, they're expecting to have a good time. The RV, they bring the RV, so it's not like there's maintenance on the part of the owner. The land is the land. Depending on the amenities, there may be different. You've got some really high end. I mean, you've got the safari, right? The animals, but other places will have, I've heard all different types of things from restaurants and theaters and a water park. I said, I can't believe all these different niches in the RV park space. But what is generally the spectrum of maintenance like when you own an RV park?
So it really depends on the park. You've got some parks that are city water, city sewer, so that takes your maintenance.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Down quite a bit. Most of the parks that you find are going to be septic and well. So it's a big component, right? You need to have good systems. So due diligence is really big when you're really taking a look at those systems and how they've been built and how they're holding up to all of the elements. So that's the biggest, I would say, is where, because again, you don't have toilets, you do have facilities. So you typically are going to have a laundry room and you're going to have a men's and women's locker room or bathhouse facilities because, even people that are traveling in their RVs, they really want those facilities. And most of our glamping units will have those facilities, but some of them, we actually have bathhouses that are close to the glamping areas. So I would say as far as maintenance, it's really landscaping is huge, right? Because when you drive into some place, it's kind of like pulling into somebody's backyard, right? You don't want your grass high, you don't want your tree limbs hanging down. So it's something that we take a lot of pride in. We really want to make sure that when you drive in, it's pristine, it looks really nice. The other thing is your sites. So what is your site composed of? Is it concrete? Is it asphalt? Is it crushed rock? What does that look like? And it's funny because different areas of the country, there's different expectations. Some areas, grass is what's expected, whereas other areas, you're going to have a concrete pad. So for instance, in Arizona, most of the time, the higher end parks are going to have concrete pads. So there's a level of maintenance that comes with each site and each system. And so as we manage through that, usually we have an on-site manager who lives at the park, and we'll also have seasonal people, work campers that will come in during the high season. So usually from May to September, October, they'll come in and be a support to that manager that's already there. And then always having a maintenance person that's either close by or lives on site is almost imperative at parks.
Amy, we are coming up on time here. Where can folks go if maybe they have a mobile, well, I shouldn't say mobile home. I got that confused. You can't say that. Where should they go if they have an RV park deal that they'd like you to look at? Or maybe if they'd like to reach out to you or even stay at one of the parks
Yeah.
that you have.
So, so they can reach out to me directly at Amy at Glampher, GLAMPHER.com. And you can also go to our website, which is www.glampher.com. So that has a list of our parks as well as links to those sites. And if somebody wanted to go see those, but it's amazing how many people do reach out because they know we're in the market and that's what we do. And we love to look at deals. We're all of us, our whole team is deal junkies. It's always because you look and you see the vision and you get to talk and think and it's fun. So love to hear of anybody that might have something they'd be interested in selling.
Amy, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.